City Nature is an interdisciplinary project involving researchers at the University of California at Los Angeles and Stanford University. The City Nature website presents data, digital tools, and some early results for some of the project's initial studies. There are, so far, 3 project studies, all linked to you from the homepage and the site's main navigation menu. They are Naturehoods, the language of city nature, and charting natural and social variables. A 4th, Los Angeles Park History, is in development. In this screencast, we will introduce the first of these, Naturehoods. The Naturehoods section of the larger site has 3 parts, an interactive introductory essay, a web mapping application, and an interactive visualization we call Naturehoods Explorer. The introductory interactive essay is a narrative in 5 panels, each with a brief text on the right, and 1 or more associated graphical elements on the left. The first panel discusses a scale of analysis and issues regarding boundaries. The second introduces the Trust for Public Lands Park Score. That organization generously shared quite a bit of spatial data with us. Panel 3 leads you through the development of park need and greenness, measures at the neighborhood scale. The next section of Naturehoods is a mapping application. Leaving the narrative now, the mapping application lets you explore some of the data we've developed for 34 of the largest cities in the United States. The natural variables are mapped as polygons, for example, greenness, percent park, and park need. Several demographic variables are point markers, sized and colored for magnitude, for example, average home value and percent of owner-occupied homes. The third element in the Naturehoods application is the Naturehoods Explorer. The Naturehoods Explorer combines a map, a data visualization tool called a parallel coordinates plot, which we'll explain more in a bit, a list of neighborhoods in the study, there are about 2,600, and the Google Maps Street View feature. Double-click one of the neighborhoods and you're taken down to the street, with the opportunity to look around and to move around to get a visual sense of nature on the ground in the selected neighborhood. As described in the panel on the right, you can filter the list of neighborhoods according to ranges of values for any of the dimensions on the parallel coordinates plot. Here we select neighborhoods from across the country with the highest park need. The available dimensions will look familiar by now. 4 relate to city nature, greenness, pavedness, percent park, and park need. 6 more are demographic variables related to affluence, race, and other population attributes. The last, park speak, relates to the language of nature study, which is covered in the next screencast. For example, these neighborhoods have the highest park need. If you're interested to learn whether household income correlates with park need, you can choose to symbolize the lines that way by clicking the word color under the axis label. An immediate impression is that high park need corresponds to lower incomes, also that within this group with high park need, the higher income neighborhoods are predominantly white. You can release the selected neighborhoods, that is, undo the filter, by clicking anywhere on the axis. It's important to understand this tool doesn't provide instant statistical proof. It is only a tool for exploring this data to discover patterns worthy of further, more rigorous study. There's also a full-size version of the Naturehoods Explorer, which can make use of your entire screen. There are a few additional features on the full-size Naturehood Explorer I'll point out here. First, every time you double-click a neighborhood to get a street view, you are adding that neighborhood to a Viewed Neighborhoods collection, which you can look at separately and export at any time. Also, with more room, we can provide both the street map and the street view. This means that after you get a street view, you can move the little marker Google calls Pegman around to explore. Let's look at the neighborhoods we viewed so far. This allows for easier comparison of the neighborhoods that interest you. At any time, you can click a reset link to start fresh. We have provided some preset filters to give you an idea of ways to get started. We've called this feature Franken-Cities because by selecting neighborhoods from anywhere in the country that are similar in several respects, we are creating a virtual or Franken-City made up of similar neighborhoods from around the country. One preset, for example, shows neighborhoods that are very green, very unpaved, but high park need, with any income level. That results in a rather large Franken-City of 467 neighborhoods, which you can then begin to explore further by colorizing one of the other dimensions, for example. Finally, at any time during your exploration, you can press the Export Selected button to get a download of the active set of neighborhoods. That can be all 2,661, a region, a city, your viewed neighborhoods collection, whatever. Then just copy and paste into your favorite spreadsheet or other data analysis tool. Thanks for watching. Have fun, and please let us know what you think via email or by liking us on Facebook or tweeting the URL around.